Scorpio, welcome. This is your bonus reading. You're getting a bonus reading because you guys were one of the highest viewing zodiac signs for my weekly messages for the week of March 7th. So this reading is to thank you so much for your support, and thought I'd give you a little bonus here. This is I'd say timeless. So whenever you come upon this reading, it is for you. Looking at it, it's some I don't know, not heads up, but maybe some, hey, I think I see this going on. Here's something that you might want to look at. So maybe like some advice or some guidance. Maybe some good things that are going to be happening. I see a lot of this one being guidance. In Pisces's bonus reading, we had a lot of it looked more like events to me, or things that were going to happen. But they were a result of some homework that Pisces had to do. So let's just go ahead and look and see what the cards say for you. I also want you to know, Scorpio, on my channel, I want you guys to come here to be enlightened, to be inspired, to get, guidance from Spirit through the cards. When I do relationship ones, things happen. I do love readings, and sometimes they're negative, and, and I have to, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to hide it. But I don't want you to come to tarot readings for what should I do? What's going on? Scorpio, I want you to look inside and see what's going on and determine what you should do. Okay? Tarot reading cannot give you that answer. What I want to do here is to help you learn how to grow, exercise that intuition muscle, learn about boundaries, creating boundaries in relationships, learn about self-love, learn about how much you're worth and what you deserve, so that if you are treated poorly in a relationship, you'll be like, oh, okay. You won't necessarily put up walls anymore. You won't be angry. You won't be bitter. You're allowed for maybe a couple of weeks. But then after that, you'll look at it and you'll be like, what was the lesson? And then once you've learned the lesson, then you'll be like, okay, so next time I get in a relationship, if a person tries to do XYZ, instead of putting up with that for 3 years, I'll put up with that for only 3 days. And so you learn the lessons. And that's what I want to try and help here, my tarot channel, help you guys with, is learning, growing, again, learning to trust your intuition, and working on your spiritual growth and raising your vibration so that you attract positivity into your life. But I have to, I do romance readings, and I'm still going to have to report and call out the negative, and I will continue to do so as I see fit. But please don't come looking, and please don't go to other channels looking for, what should I do? Is he cheating on me? If you feel like someone is, do what you need to do to find out, get the truth for yourself, and then determine, what am I willing to accept? What am I going to accept? And certainly, if you're experiencing any kind of abuse, or if you're in any kind of dangerous situation, don't turn to a tarot card reading. Get help, right? So I just want to level set here what I'm trying to do. I really want to help. I really want to give guidance. I really want to inspire with my channel, through the cards, through Spirit sending us messages. So thank you very much for listening to my little speech there. So let's go ahead and get going, Scorpio. So for the next few weeks, the first thing that I want to talk about, I see quite a few cards around this. I see 5 cards around this. I see a situation in your life, Scorpio, where I think you may, and I know about this because I did this and sometimes still do this. I think you may be being fiercely loyal, or a little bit too loyal, or you have someone up on a pedestal. It could be a family member, it could be friends. I am like that. I am, if you're my friend, I am super duper loyal. If you're my family member, I stand behind you no matter what, almost even if you're wrong, because that's just how I roll. And but I've learned throughout life that some people, family, friends, even family, don't deserve it. And I think that you need to look at that in the next few weeks, Scorpio. I feel like you have been giving too much in a relationship, or maybe you are an overgiver, people pleaser, which I know all about because I've been there and still have those tendencies. But so whatever it is, you've been giving too much, you've been a little too loyal, you may need to really step back and look at the relationships that you're in, and if they are fair, balanced, equitable. So you are being encouraged to do that. If you are experiencing any type of hostilities, I would say that may be the clue that, you may feel you may be getting into arguments with someone. Someone may be making like nasty little comments. Maybe you ask someone to do something after you've done 14 things for them. You ask them to do one thing and they give you like this look like, what? And so I just feel like a hostile vibe, like maybe you're, getting a backbone here. And I'm talking this way because I've been through this, I've done this, I am this. So, I had to grow a backbone myself. So maybe you're getting a backbone here, Scorpio, and the person that is used to you being fiercely loyal and overgiving is not happy with this and is getting pissed off. And there may be the need for a timeout. You may need to take a little step back from a relationship or two and really reevaluate it. And so you are definitely being guided to do that. I'm also getting the message that I see you in cycles. I see you doing the same things that are not serving you over and over and over, making the same mistake over and over and over. And it's really hard because some of the things we do are programmed into us from, shit that we went through in childhood, or mostly that. And so it's really hard to break out of these cycles. Like we'll choose inappropriate partners, like people who are not available, men or women, because our parents weren't available to us emotionally or even physically. And that feels normal to us. So we'll choose people who are unavailable, and we'll keep on doing it over and over and over. We don't know why are these MFs, treating me like this? And it's like, if you look at the pattern, the common denominator is you. So whatever thing it is that you're doing, whatever cycle it is, negative cycle that you're repeating, look at that. And I tell you, I hate to say this, but I have learned so much from Google. What did we do before Google? I mean, I have, printed out articles, and it's, really helped me. Of course, I've always been into self-help and try and, get a few self-help books a year, probably like maybe 4 or 6, along with, my fiction, my murder mysteries or whatever. But if you kind of see yourself doing the same thing over and over and you're blaming others, you may want to go look in the mirror and figure things out. And you're getting that message as well. I'm also seeing, kind of hand in hand with that you are like on the fence about something. For a long, long time, you've been going back and forth, like not making a decision. And sometimes not making a decision is the decision. But it's a pretty shitty way to make a decision because it's not accepting any responsibility for the outcome. And especially if it has to do with another person, it's definitely not fair to the other person. So if you find yourself going back and forth, I'm not blaming you and saying that you're a shitty person for doing that. But what I am saying is take responsibility and look at it and look at the situation and, find out what it is that you need to do to resolve it. Like, I guess the only, the main thing that I can say is take responsibility. So I just kind of wanted to get rid of, and it's not negative, damn it. It's life. Shit happens. We're all broken in certain ways or, damaged or whatever. And we all have work to do, and we'll have work to do until the day we die. So I wanted to kind of get that out of the way. So there's your work, Scorpio. You're being too loyal to someone. You're repeating negative patterns that are not serving you. You need to make a decision about something or some things and accept responsibility for them. And if you're sensing little hostilities, this could be maybe the person or people that you need to cut out or at least take a time out from. Now, what else do I see? Let me tell you what. I see someone, Scorpio, who does not realize how beautiful they are. Now, whether you're a man or a woman, if you're a man, replace handsome, but the card says beauty. And you know what? Men can be beautiful and men are beautiful, but if it makes you feel more macho and more comfortable, go ahead and replace that word with handsome. But what I want you to do, Scorpio, is I want you to get a hand mirror, go in your bathroom, whatever, away from people. And I want you to look in that mirror. And I want you to tell yourself how beautiful you are. Because you are. These images that we see on TV and in magazines and everything, they're changing. Before, you had to be like a Twiggy. Now I'm dating myself. If you know who Twiggy is, then you know how old I am. But before, you had to be a Twiggy, and then you had to be, you had to be a certain way in order to be considered beautiful in America. And I don't know about you, but I've been seeing some ads and some, on Facebook, on TV, in magazines. Every person is being embraced as beautiful. There may be those that don't, but you know what? Fuck them. Okay? And we are beautiful. Scars, wrinkles, stretch marks, blemishes, gray hair, whatever. And I think you need to realize that. I think you've been a little bit too down on yourself. If you are a people pleaser, you certainly may depend too much on other people's opinions and don't really have a strong enough opinion, about yourself. And it's interesting that it's next to the 6th chakra card, which is about our inner sight and intuitive abilities. Does making these mistakes make you stupid and make you weak and make you hate yourself? No. Love yourself. See your beauty inside and out. For the beautiful human being, alive person, unique. There's no one like you in this world. Look at you. If the worst thing that you do is love someone too much and you're too loyal, what the fuck, Scorpio? I think that's awesome, okay? If that's the worst thing you do in your life, but quit doing it because it's not serving you. So anyway, you need to have a come to Jesus meeting with yourself about your beauty, inner and outer. Okay? I'm feeling as if, while I see the whole thing we talked about earlier that I'm not going back to, but while we see a need to maybe let some people go, I see also the opportunity for a new abundant commitment coming in. Now, whether that is in love, the abundance card is red, which, is, red is, fire and love and, romance. So it could be a new romantic relationship coming in where someone will be, ready to offer you, I was going to say love, but where someone is maybe ready to offer what you haven't had yet, which is availability, decency, and that is love. But I just wanted to clarify it more. So I see a chance for you to make a real commitment. And maybe that is after you do this homework, Scorpio. You look at your patterns. You look at the need to make decisions. Maybe this is a decision to leave someone or let go of something that is not serving you, and you've gone back and forth because you're like, well, I don't want to be alone. I would rather be alone and happy than in a relationship and sad. The most alone I have ever felt, Scorpio, was in a relationship. When I'm by myself, not that I have anything against relationships, I certainly don't. But when I'm by myself, I'm happy. I don't have to answer to anybody. I don't have to deal with anyone's bullshit, But then I haven't found the right person yet myself either. But it looks like you may have an offer. You may have an opportunity for a relationship with someone that would be able to offer a real commitment. Because here in the round and round, I just have this feeling, Scorpio, and it may not be for all of you. Of course, it probably isn't. But I just have a feeling that you have attracted unavailable people. And I have a feeling that someone available is going to come up. And I think that would be beautiful. Now, also, in the next few weeks, I'd say the next month to 2 months, you will be getting some type of a message that will change your life. Okay? And, it doesn't necessarily have to be that you won the Publishers Clearinghouse. Is that, can you tell how old I am by that? Or do they still have that? It doesn't mean necessarily, you've won the lotto or anything that dramatic. But you will be getting a message that will change your life. You know what? And it could be related to the opportunity for a new relationship. I'm thinking that this may be somebody that you have some type of like a very casual acquaintance with. It could be someone that is a friend of a friend that noticed you. You may not even know who they are, or you may have, met them and said hello in passing. But I believe that you will get a message of interest. I don't know if you are single and you are on dating sites. It could be that. It could be a text. It could be through Facebook. For some reason, I'm getting electronic, but I don't know. If you've met them through friends, maybe they asked your friend for your phone number, but if my friend gave out my phone number, I'd really be pissed. But I don't know how they're going to get a hold of you, Scorpio, but you will be getting a message. And it could be a job offer, for Pete's sake, So it could be romantic, it could be a job offer, but you will receive some type of a message that when you receive it, whether it's a text, an email, whatever, a letter even, they still do that, you'll be like, la, and your tummy will flip a little bit, and you'll be like, oh my God, okay, what's going on? And in that line, we have the yang or the yang card. And it's about being proactive. There's the yin, which is the feminine energy of, like the Empress. She sits back, she does not chase, she lets things come to her. And then there's the yang energy. I'm probably saying it wrong. But that is about doing and motion and expressing yourself. And so you are encouraged to be you, to speak your truth, and to show the world the real you. But you need to know who you really are before you do that. You need to recognize, Scorpio, how beautiful you are, how handsome you are. And be confident. Like I said, so what if you think you're too skinny? So what if you've got an extra 20 or 40 pounds or 60 pounds? Who cares? So what if you have some gray hair and you didn't have time to diet? So what? Or you don't want to diet? So what? That's you. And you are beautiful. You know, and as long as you take care of yourself, as long as you care about yourself, and that is mentally, physically, love yourself and show the world the real you and express yourself. You know, shout out on the rooftops, this is who I am. Now, I also have some messages regarding money/career, love, spiritual growth, and then just like personal growth. So for the money, we have the Two of Pentacles. Funny that it's Pentacles, and then the Knight of Pentacles. So I see here, and it's funny, it's right underneath the back and forth card. So if you don't now, Scorpio, have multiple options for some type of financial or career endeavor or agreement or job, you will. And Spirit is encouraging you, we have the Knight of Pentacles, to consider the offer, weigh your options, and take your time. If someone doesn't want to wait a week for you to maybe Google the company or think about the agreement, you know, maybe someone wants to go into business with you and you're like, oh shit, I've never done this before. Let me Google some stuff. Let me talk to a CPA. Let me, you know, you are being encouraged to consider it, but to take your time. Now, I don't see an outcome other than we do have an abundance card. So I do say that it could be fruitful, but I would say that you are being encouraged to do your homework and take your time to make sure that whatever situation you get into is solid and stable and secure. No fly-by-night, you know, just jumping in. Really look at it. For love, we have the Nine of Cups. This means that when you get to the point, Scorpio, where you've dealt with some of this BS, where you've accepted and expressed yourself more freely, when you started to love yourself a little bit more, that's the Nine of Cups. Self-love, sitting pretty. That's when you'll be able to, you'll have the opportunity to take the leap for real love. But you've got to get to the Nine of Cups first. And then I think this ties into the abundance and the commitment. Because abundance just isn't just about money. It's about, you know, love and joy and puppies and kids and grandkids. And you know what I mean? A garden. That's abundance. So You got to get your shit together, love yourself, and then you'll be able to make a leap. And it will be a good thing. That's pretty exciting. In spiritual growth, we have the King of Swords. So you are being encouraged to find out what is your truth. You know, when you react automatically due to things that happened in your childhood, you don't know what your own truth is. You're like programmed. You're like on autopilot. So when you stop doing that, you need to find out what your own truth is. And you are being encouraged to sit down and look at the 5 areas. You know, look at love, look at family, look at career, look at spiritual, look at personal growth. You know, make a list and find out what is your truth. What do you want? What is your truth? What are your boundaries? What are your goals for each of those areas? And so the spiritual and the personal are just totally enmeshed here because we have the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. And so this is spiritual and this is personal. And we have the Hanged Man for the spiritual, which is about looking at things in a different way. And to have a blah, 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 blah. Five things are in my head at once. But to raise your vibration and to trust your inner sight and your intuitive abilities, you need to find out what is your truth. Okay? Once you do that, you'll be able to look at things totally differently. You'll be able to look at experiences as lessons and not punishments, for example. And then for personal growth, we have the Queen of Swords. I think that means tell the fucking truth, be strong, tell your truth, and cut anybody out that does not, especially with this, cut out anyone that the relationship does not serve you, or at least take a time out. And the Hierophant is about, you know, tradition and beliefs. It's so crazy how this all came out like this. Find out who you are. Determine what your own beliefs are. Come up with your own rituals. Do you normally do something because you did it as a child? And if that brings you comfort, then continue to do that. But do you do some stuff because of that you did as a child and you don't like it? Like maybe certain family gatherings and you don't really like them, but you do it? Don't. Come up with your own rituals. Have your own Thanksgiving. Do your own thing. So Scorpio, this is what I have for you. I think it's fan-freaking-tastic. You know, I think you'll, for those of you that this reading is for, I think you'll recognize yourself here. And, I called you out. And, the reason I did is because I care about you and I'm right along here with you still learning. And I know because, this was/is me, so I understand. But Scorpio, I see some really good things coming and happening for you. You've got possibility of a really fair relationship with someone that's available. You've got some good opportunities coming. I see a new cycle of abundance happening for you. And please, once you've done this work, or even today or tomorrow, love yourself, express yourself, and show the world the real you. You are enough. You deserve. And that's what this is saying. And if you don't know it, now you know. So Scorpio, thank you so much, for all your hits this week, for all your, views. That's why you got this bonus reading. I love you guys. And if this did resonate, please do give me a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. This is my passion. This is what I want to do. And if you subscribe, it'll help me grow my channel and make my dreams come true, which I'm trying to help you do that as well. So thank you so much, Scorpio. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.